Hi guys, welcome to my video. This is a Q&A plus some D&D commission art, so I'm going to be answering some questions while I do the commissions for my Patreon. Cute art related to my comics alongside some answers, some Q&As about D&D and stuff. I just wanted to quickly mention Emily Goose was the one who sent me these questions. Thank you so much for commenting. You comment on literally everything. I love it so much. I love talking to you about all the characters and stuff, so thank you so much for the questions. First question is, when did you start playing D&D and what version did you start out with? Do you think Seraphina, what version did you start with? She's an OG D&D player. She started first edition. She knows all the monsters, right? So my brother introduced me to Critical Role around 2017, and shortly thereafter he played a role play Lego RPG with the whole family, and I think that was my first D&D adjacent game. And then shortly thereafter we played a 5th edition and we did a whole campaign, and it was like 2 years long. So yeah, I've only played 5e. There are some other additions, and I think playing 3.5 would be fun. I've heard stuff about it that sounds fun, and also I would like to play Monster of the Week, which is a RPG system based on the Fate system, I believe. I listened to the Taz Balance arc and I really liked it, so I'd really like to explore that. I think it would be fun to explore some other RPGs that I haven't played before, but I haven't got the time, so whenever I do, I will definitely let you guys know. Second question, do you DM or do you just play? What? Are you leaving me? Don't leave me. Take my arm. Ow. What are you doing? So I do both. I have 2 games where I am a player and then 2 games where I am, actually 3, I don't remember. I have 2 games where I DM and then the rest of them I'm a player. I think I definitely enjoy DMing more than playing in general, but I haven't played with that many people, so you know, it might just be, you know, the more experience I have with it, the more it'll be fun. I just really like being the DM because a lot of times it's hard for me to stay focused for like long amounts of time. So as the DM, I have to be like on it consistently. Like I can't get veered off in a different direction because it's literally, if I don't have the answer, the game can't continue. It really keeps me focused and I don't get distracted while playing, like, ever. But as a player, sometimes it can be really hard for me to focus whenever it's like not directly combat or like a intense situation. So yeah, it definitely helps if I don't play when I'm really tired. Then I can be a much more engaged player. But yeah, I would like to play a little bit more because I would like to just, I don't get to play very often when I'm like peak level of not tired. Like usually I'm really tired when I play, so that has something to do with it. I definitely like DMing way more. I really like doing that a lot. That's the story with that. Last question, any advice to new DMs? This could be such a long question. Honestly, I have so many thoughts about it. First of all, if you're DMing for the first time, play with a group that is very supportive and not critical, because if you play with a group that's very critical and negative of your story building and world building, it will not be fun for you. You need to play with people who are very open to what you're bringing creatively, and if they don't, you probably need to find a better group. Like, the more experienced you are as a DM, the less that bothers you, but honestly, it can really get to you if you are kind of sensitive and don't really know what you're doing for the first time. So please definitely find people who are really supportive of what you want to do and are okay with failing and failing with you and laughing and just being, you know, not intense and like really stressed about everything. Second thing, do the campaign that you want. Like, don't, if it's your first game, just do whatever the heck you think it would be fun. Like, literally just make something that you think would be fun and see what happens. If it's about like a Candyland world where there's like a Sherlock character and you have to find clues to find the villain, do that. That sounds amazing. If it's a high fantasy political intrigue, do that as well. Just make sure that you're not being pressured by outside forces or what you see about like what D&D should be on the internet to affect what you want to do. Like, for a long time, I feel like I had this weird pressure that like my game had to be very intense and serious, and if it wasn't like real D&D or something like that. But honestly, the more I let go and just have fun, then I have fun, and then I feel like my players have more fun. So I guess the main thing is don't stress and do it. Just don't stress and do it, because if you stress, you're not gonna do it. You can have stress obviously, but it's just like learning to swim. You have to get in the water to be able to do it. If you never get in the water, you never get to do it. And honestly, if you want to do it, you're probably gonna really enjoy it. So yeah, that's my advice for new DMs. I actually think I have a lot more to talk about this subject, so if you're interested in that, you can ask me a question on Patreon. And I think that's everything I had to say about that question. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, and hopefully this was helpful. I've never done a Q&A before. Thank you so much, Emily, for asking the questions. Hopefully it was helpful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Say bye-bye, Seraphina. Hi guys, welcome to the end of the video. I just want to shout out my patrons. Thank you all so much for supporting me and helping me do what I do. I love you all so much. Thank you. I also have a cold, so ignore that. Thank you Jog Bronson, Emily, Instant Adventures, Claire Schlock, Ol Martin, Kyle Erickson, Emily Goose, Todd Laurie, Malcakes, Josh David, Alice Lockhart, D Valerie Music, Matthew Weist, Katie Tucker, Kaylee Melissa, Brandon Rowland, Kraylin Plays, and The Cowman. Thank you all so much for supporting me, and I'll see you in the next video.